Trigger warning, I do mispronounce this character's name several times, but when editing I noticed I'm probably a dummy and probably shouldn't be listening to people because they're online trolling, and most likely this character's name is pronounced as Ralsei because of the spelling. But I listen to people, so enjoy.
Hey there, everyone. This is Phantom Celebi, and I wanted to talk about something. I know I got a bit of good and bad from my last theory on this character. But I mean, I still think this character needs to be revisited quite a bit. I know not a lot of people agreed with the idea that I said that Ralsei might actually be a biological female that transitioned into a male, or possibly is taking up this sort of role to get some sort of power. But, this is another totally different subject that I kind of wanted to talk about. So, while noticing Ralsei, I noticed something that reminded me of another character in fiction and gaming that I was pretty, in love with, and that is Vivi from Final Fantasy IX. Vivi from Final Fantasy IX is also known as the Black Mage. You get a good look at her. She's got your typical magey look with the hat. But I mean, like, what made me think that Ralsei might actually be based off of her is...
This is when I knew I effed up. So a while ago I read that, just like a lot of people had read that Toby Fox had confirmed that Ralsei is a boy, I also read somewhere a while ago that Vivi was confirmed to be female, but no, what Vivi was confirmed was being voice acted by a female. They were voice acted actually by the people who did Pikachu. Well, the person who did Pikachu and Pokemon. So, yeah, and a few other female voice actors in the English version of Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy and blah 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 blah. But yeah, Vivi is male from as far as I can see. I'm not entirely sure still, but there are indicators that actually, funny enough, seem to match Ralsei as well. Let me see if I could find that, because, I mean, like, I think you guys should actually read this, because it does make me think of Ralsei, in a sense. It's a good thing I actually looked into this before finishing my editing, because I would have felt so stupid if I didn't include this. So there's a entry on both Dissidia and on Theatrhythm, which I played Theatrhythm. I didn't play Dissidia. I also played Final Fantasy IX, but like I don't remember every single solitary detail about this character. So I was just basing it off of the stuff I remembered and liked. And like there weren't things that clicked to me about this character because their gender was still pretty hidden. But there were a lot of indications that they were male. I was confused because there were a bunch of people saying Vivi's a girl, Vivi's a boy, Vivi's a girl, Vivi's a boy, and I was like, Vivi is adorable. But yeah, here's one of the things that you can get if you play Theatrhythm Final Fantasy Curtain Call. There is this thing where it says, this is from Vivi, who am I? What am I? Questions fill the gentle heart of the small black mage, his worries giving way to fear, but meeting Zidane gives him the answer he sought. A friend who will love him in life and in death. And it says that Vivi is an unlockable character with orange crystal shards. I remember I played as Vivi. I went nuts with Theatrhythm, but that's just me. Yeah. They use typical he, him pronouns for the character. Um, they're a shy mage with a bit of a temper and a mischievous sort of personality. Pretty similar to both Asriel and Ralsei. So it's a good thing I actually looked this up before finishing my editing because I would have felt like such a dummy. And I think that's something I should definitely have included in this theory. And now I know better. So back to the theory. I was looking at Ralsei's cloak slash costume thing, and it made me think of how the Black Mage had this sort of coverage over their face, where they had dark face with golden eyes, which to me seemed like it was some sort of disguise, and it feels like that with Ralsei.
Um, there's more things that actually make me think that, but I guess I'll continue by saying, do you remember the battle you had with Asriel in Undertale? If you notice that Asriel had certain attacks that seemed to mimic Vivi a little. Um, let's see. I want to get the names of the attacks correctly, or let me see, because I want to talk about Asriel Dreamer's particular attacks and how it relates to Vivi from Final Fantasy IX. So, Asriel's attacks is a fire magic attack, a star blasting attack, a shocker breaker attack that has to do with lightning, chaos saber, which is like a dark attack, I believe, which is a slicing motion. Um, Chaos Blaster, which is like a jolt of energy, Hyper Goner, and Angel of Death. He also had several different types of things like acting and doing things with the lost souls, and he had very much this whole dark to light aesthetic going on towards him, and I just wanted to say that yeah, I'm getting distracted on talking about Asriel and I'm not doing anything. This must have been boring for you. But yeah, like Asriel has all these different attacks that if you actually played Final Fantasy IX, you'll know that Vivi had very similar attacks. Um both defensive and offensive. And I mean that could be written off as a just being a mage type character, but I mean we can't just write things off when it comes to Toby Fox because Toby Fox is a nerd otaku type character person just like me. And I'm going to say that I can totally see him doing something like this. Like, just like how I could see him hiding a transgender character within a game, I could totally see him doing this, basing a character off of another character that he truly enjoys within another character. It's like freaking, like, a Jenga type thing going on, where it's like stacking and stacking the character, and it's your job to pull the pieces out to get everything out in the open. And I mean, like, I could totally see that. But yeah, like, making Ralsei basically the personification of the concept that he was representing in Asriel would be totally cool. And, I mean, I could totally be wrong about this. Yet again, this is something I say a lot when it comes to theories. I could totally be wrong about this. But, I mean, like, there are quite a bit of similarities between Asriel Dreamer, Ralsei, and or Ralsei, Ralsei. I know somebody got triggered about the way I pronounced that character's name. I actually don't know how it's pronounced. But like I totally can see Toby Fox taking a character that is from another game, turning it into another game character, and then it's like mashing it up into the ultimate homage to the Final Fantasy game, the games in general. And I mean, like, this game is played out like your average RPG, so it wouldn't be shocking if this is like a love letter to the Final Fantasy games. I think I like this one, and the shoes seem to be okay with it. So like, I would say this is probably a dumb theory, and you probably are going to tell me, Maria, just stop making theories. Go back to doing what you do better. Which is talking about how sad you are. And making Let's Plays. But, I mean, I thought this was actually kind of a cool thing to think about. Because, like, what if that is what Ralsei actually is? Or Ralsei, or... Somebody tell me how that name is pronounced. I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know. Oh god, I'm so stupid. Anyway, I just I have a lot of ideas just bouncing up and down in my head about this particular character. I'm not entirely convinced that I was wrong about their gender, because I haven't seen anything from Toby Fox saying that this character is indeed a male. That everybody's being a dummy head. And I think it's because Toby's doing this on purpose. This seems like a Toby Fox thing to do as well. It's like, yes, my fandom. Grow and fester. Be toxic. Do not share ideas and grow. I love the lulz and I will eat popcorn. While you guys dispute whether or not those eyelashes mean that that's a girl character or an effeminate character. And it's like, I don't know, I could see him doing that. It's like, yes, I am a cruel god. But, I mean, like, he's probably not messed up like that. I mean, who knows? Maybe he didn't even know that all this crazy stuff was gonna happen. Though, it did happen with the whole, is Frisk a boy or a girl thing, and then eventually he came out and said, you know, Frisk is just kind of what you want it Frisk to be. So if you want Frisk to be a jellyfish, you can allow Frisk to have jellyfish as a gender. I mean, there's probably people who identify as jellyfish. I don't know. I mean, there was pretty much years that I identified as the Cayman Islands, and a potato, and I put a whole bunch of dumb stuff on Facebook and nobody noticed. But like, and I'm not making fun of gender identities, so please don't hate me. I just thought it was kind of funny that Facebook had this whole custom gender thing on there. And I mean, instead of listing possible gender options that are more common, they just put, like, enter in your own self-insert gender. So I've seen people put attack helicopter in that spot. And I was like, I know that they're memeing around because nobody actually identifies as an attack helicopter. Well, at least as far as I know. If, for all I know, there's a crazy person who's going all over the place. I am an Apache helicopter. Okay, I'm gonna stop being a dummy. If you're wondering how I got the character to have these ears, that's not a mod. I used the genetics thing with vampires, and you can use that to make humans with pointed ears. Like, I think it's actually a pretty cool thing to do. So I do it a lot. It's like, I'm gonna make a whole bunch of elves. Oh yeah, I'm getting off topic. Okay, so yeah, so the attacks are similar, and the aesthetic of the characters are pretty similar. And another thing is the gender of the character seems pretty androgynous.
So I'm gonna say those are 3 points to pointing to Vivi seeming pretty similar to Ralsei, I say, you say, we don't know how to say his name, or her name, or their name. Gender is a very confusing thing. um, but yeah, I mean, tell me what you think. This is probably shorter than my last video. I'm pretty sure it's shorter than my last video because it's like, I remember how long it was for me to do that one, and it was like, hello there, I am Maria, and I am a jellyfish, saying things that people don't like. And I'm probably going to get stoned for it. Okay, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, comment, and subscribe for more spastastic content. And I love you guys. Stay awesome. Bye-bye. Mwah. Love you. I am very glad you didn't run away when you saw that I made another theory, and you didn't just bop me over the head for doing so. I am so incredibly happy that you actually stood by and watched this crazy video. Because Maria is a crazy girl and is looking forward to all the hate I will probably get for saying that this character could possibly be some other character within another character within another character. So, Inception, my loves. Mwah. Inception is a beautiful and wondrous thing in fiction and in love, and in my heart, I would like to say, don't be bothered by my singing. Okay, so I want to thank my Phantom Squad top tier. These are the most awesome sauce people I know, and I would say all you guys are super awesome sauce, but these people went above and beyond. They donated on Patreon, which I should put the link to the Patreon in every video, but I mean, like, I just get lazy and I'm like, burr, 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 burr. But I want to thank these people because they did actually help me out while I was starting up my channel, and I'm super thankful and awesome and probably a little high on sugar. Yeah, I went to Starbucks today and then I was like, bounce, bounce, bounce. Anyway, I want to thank Jazz the Chameleon, Potato _ a bunch of numbers, EDCC Finds, Cute Girl Sim, Calorie _ Aiken, Melinix5, Carissa Sims, Benjamin GYT, Lovely Laura, EJ Black Dove, Tribby D, Ray of Sunshine X1, Sonic Jenny, Kaleda Sims, no, Shifty, then Kaleda Sims, then Prismatic Simmer, Sims Lena, and Stray Shadow Cat. You guys are super duper 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 awesome sauce. And I love you, and I hope to see you again soon. See ya. Peace. Bye.
Yo!